Flexibility of our shoulder joint is hugely important in everyday life. We're always using it for flexion, extension, internal rotation, external rotation, abduction, adduction. I'm going to show you a battery of tests to assess how mobile and how flexible your shoulder joint is to ensure you get the most out of your movements in everyday life, risk-free. First, the back scratch test. Raise your arm up, bending at the elbow posteriorly to the opposite shoulder blade. Extend the arm posteriorly, then bending at the elbow, try to touch the opposite shoulder blade with the back of your hand. If you can do this on both sides, which I can't, it indicates you got good shoulder mobility. If you're unable to do it, you can do further assessments to pinpoint exactly what the issue might be. You can try flexion and extension. Lie on the ground in the supine position, facing up. Your knees are bent. Raise your arms fully extended, you're flexing them, and keep going until hopefully your thumbs hit the ground. Your lumbar spine is not excessively arched. You should be able to do this and feel comfortable in the flexion movement. For extension, lie in the prone position. That's face down. Keep your forehead on the ground, arms straight, and raise them up behind you as far as you can. If you can get 60 degrees or more between your arms and the ground, you've got good mobility. If not, this might indicate tight antagonist muscles and weak agonist muscles. Here are some exercises you can try to remedy the situation. To strengthen the weak extensor muscles, in this case they're the agonists, the primary movers, we can do a resistance band shoulder extension exercise. We want to wrap the band around a firm, secure object, and then we hold it at both ends down at our side. We're going to extend our arms back. Core is engaged, feet are planted firmly on the ground, and feel the resistance in the extensor muscles as you pull the bands behind your back. Slowly return to the starting position, and you could do this for about 10 reps, maybe 3 sets, and that'll work on strengthening those weak extensor muscles. The shoulder flexor muscles, on the other hand, are too tight. They're the antagonist muscles. We want to stretch them out. What better exercise than the hanging shoulder flexion stretch? Simple. If you have a bar, hang from it and feel the stretch in the pull on your scapula. If you don't have a bar, you can use any door in your house. Hang from the door, partially opened, of course. But remember to keep your shoulders retracted and back as you hang and feel that stretch. There you go, an exercise and a stretch to help with your shoulder flexion and extension. Now, let's talk about shoulder rotation. External rotation and internal rotation of the shoulder, hugely important. First, to assess internal rotation, lie supine on the ground. You're facing up. Your shoulders and your elbows are aligned and your fingertips are facing the sky. Try to move your palms down towards the floor, all the while keeping your elbow against the floor aligned with your shoulders. Try to achieve 70 degrees of rotation. If you can, you've got good mobility. For external rotation, you're doing virtually the same movement in the other direction. So you've got your elbows against the ground, they're aligned with your shoulders, fingers are pointing up against the sky. This time you're moving the backs of your hands towards the ground, and hopefully they reach the ground and they rest there comfortably. If you can't do that, that's an indicator that your internal rotators are tight. You want to address that, and I'll put a link below to a video that will do just that. There you go, some highly effective assessments to determine the flexibility of your shoulders. And you got some methods to address any limitations you may have. Remember, we don't want to have a limited mindset. We don't want to walk through life being any less than our best. So address those limitations. Optimize your movement. as you would optimize your mind or your character in any given situation. I love you.